Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome back into the card closet for another episode. Great to have you again, and a special welcome to those of you that are new to the channel. Really appreciate you taking your time to join me here today. So today's going to be a little tribute to Tom Seaver, who all of you know by now we lost last week to Alzheimer's disease or some form of dementia. And it's a sad day. These guys from my youth are starting to pass away now. Lou Brock also passed away, but I don't remember Lou Brock. He did not play into the 80s, so I don't remember him as a player. I do have some of his old cards, but Tom Seaver I remember playing, and I remember him especially when he got on the Red Sox in 1986. So, first of all, I wanted to show you something that I found while cleaning recently. It's an old Rawlings baseball glove from the early 1980s. It was my glove, and it is quote unquote autographed by Tom Seaver. And that's why I got the glove. He was my favorite pitcher as a kid. And at the lower levels, I did do some pitching. So got the glove with the Tom Seaver auto inside it. When I think of Tom Seaver, I think of him being on the Reds. This card right here, 1979 Topps, I actually pulled from a pack and loved the card back then. Loved it when you turn it around and you see all those great stats on the back. I'm a stats junkie, so I tended to like players that had some really robust stats and a long career on the back. You can see it's all wrinkled up and everything. This is the original card that I owned. I have upgraded this one and have a much better copy, but this one's got the sentimental value. In 1980, this one came out. Just cemented my feelings about him as one of my favorite players. So to me, Tom Seaver is a Red. I never saw him play on the Mets and don't remember him being on the Mets at all. Other than these cards where he's on the Mets, to me, he's a Red. And I think of him, being with Ken Griffey Sr., George Foster, Dave Concepcion, Johnny Bench was still playing, that group of people. So I thought today I would show you some of my Tom Seaver cards. The majority of my Tom Seaver cards are in sets. So from 1970 forward, they're in set binders, and I didn't really want to dig them all out. So a lot of them, though, I do have doubles of, or they're in my trade list. So I kind of went through that list, and we'll take a gander here. So 1981 Donruss. And a second one from 1981 Donruss. This is 1986 Fleer Baseball's Best when he's on the White Sox. This is 2013 insert to Topps Chasing History, being recognized for his consecutive strikeouts record. Which he had 7 consecutive. Here's another insert from that 2013 Topps set. Called The Greats. Another Tom Seaver in his Mets uniform. Got a 1987 Topps Tom Seaver for the partial season that he played with the Red Sox. This one's from 2001 Topps Update. where they reprinted in the middle of the set, they reprinted some of their favorite Topps traded cards of all time. So this is a reprint of when he was traded back to the Mets. Red Sox leaders card from 1987. Tom Seaver is number 41, the pitcher that the coach is out there talking to. Here's his 1974 Topps card. Here's his 1976 Topps card. This is probably my favorite 70s design, just due to that player down there. (1978) Topps. Here's his All-Star card from 1982 Topps. There are 3 different variations listed in the trading card database, but only 2 that have ever showed up, and some of these have different letters and the word Tide missing. And I did have that variation, and somebody, as soon as I listed it, somebody wanted it in a trade immediately. Here's his 1982 Topps. The season on the back of here. Don't know if I'm going to be able to focus on that small writing, but he went 14-2 that year. So had that been a full season, might have been another 20-win season for him. You know, we're having a short season in 2020. 1981 was another season that got shortened and robbed people like Pete Rose of a bunch of hits and Mike Schmidt from homers and all kinds of stuff. Tom Seaver, 1983 Topps with the Reds. Such a long stride that his knee would touch the ground. Just incredible. Here's 1984 Topps, back with the Mets. Wasn't as successful the second time through. And we have 1985 Topps with the White Sox. (1986) with the White Sox. You know, even at this point, this was the year he won his 300th game. But the guy's still winning 15, 16 games a season, even at age 40, 41. And then 1986 Topps traded with the airbrushed hat with the B on it. So there you have it, Tom Seaver. Great player. You know, he'd show up on broadcasts every now and then being interviewed. But he wasn't, you know, especially recently, he hasn't been very publicly visible. Here's his 1969 Topps card. And here's his 1968 Topps card with the rookie cup on it. He was just an immediate sensation. And I do not have his rookie card. I never did pick that up. So there you go, Tom Seaver, great pitcher. Anybody else have this glove when you were a kid? All right, take care, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. Talk to you again soon. Bye.